Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Western North Carolina fishing report with Dale Collins at Tuckaseegee Fly Shop. How's it going, Dale?
Doing good, Marvin. We got our layers on this week, and been watching snowflakes fall all day. And had some frozen precip earlier this morning, but kind of settling into the wintertime patterns here.
Absolutely. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
It was good, man. Ate way too much. We had a float Saturday, and we were getting stuck on rocks that hadn't gotten stuck on or before Thanksgiving, so I know I ate way too much.
There you go. Well, and I'm sure things are hopping in the store with Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Giving Tuesday and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, we've got some great things going on in the shop. Some Black Friday holiday sales and some closeouts. So definitely, if you're in the area, come by and check it out, or give us a call and see what it's about. And we'll get it shipped out to you.
Well, that's great. And it's interesting, too, because you and I were talking before we started recording that even though we're getting ready to take the plunge into winter, that you actually are probably a little bit warmer than most people would think about when they think about Bryson City. But also there's some advantages by having a dam-controlled river like the Tuck in your backyard.
That's right. It's, the weather here is crazy. Visiting family in Greensboro over Thanksgiving, I could kind of watch what the weather was doing there versus Bryson City. And a lot of times in the Piedmont, you get that Appalachian wedge, and that cold air will spill over the northwest mountains of North Carolina and come down into the Piedmont. And sometimes it can actually be colder there in that region than it is here in the western part of the state. So you sort of have to play both sides of that and keep an eye on it. Water temps have been steadily dropping. We've seen some as low as 36 and some as high as, when these fronts come through, it jumps back up into the mid 50s with the rain. So, some good fluctuations, but, when Duke Energy flips that switch on the Tuckaseegee and the water comes down, let's say if it's 38 degrees, it's typically going to warm up, especially with the East Fork, because it's a larger volume of water. It's going to increase that water temperature, and those trout get happy.
Well, that's really great. And so as an angler, what would be your strategy for approaching those days?
So, there's no need to get out there. I hear last couple of weeks, a lot of guys getting out there at sunrise, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And I just don't think that's necessary. There's no need to get up there and wake up the trout. Let the trout get some coffee and get awake a little bit and save yourself some cold fingers. Sunrise, get out there 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock or so. There's no rush. There's no need to be miserable. So get out there, start nymphing, throwing some double nymph rigs. The fish are starting to look for more natural patterns. So this time of year, the Prince nymph turns on really well. The rubberleg stoneflies, girdle bugs, things like that are doing really well. And then in the afternoon, when things warm up a little bit, start looking to throw some dry dropper stuff with maybe some emergers trailing. Recent float trips, we've seen fish busting the top, and I said, all right, folks, let's look to throw some dry flies here if you want. They said, well, what's going to catch the bigger fish? And I said, the nymphs are going to catch the bigger fish. All right, well, let's stick with nymphs. So, and that turned out to be a great bet. But if you want to catch the fun size 12, 13-inch guys on the Tuck, go out and throw some dry flies, because they're gonna come up and eat some of those blue-wing olives. And Shannon Messer, one of our guys at the shop there, he's got a great video that'll be on the link here with the report. Hi Vis Blueing Olive, so you can tie it down really small, so if you're on some technical fish, you can still see it. It's got that Hi Vis post, and just a great pattern for this time of year, going all the way through the winter. Yeah,
I imagine probably in like a 16, an 18, or a 20, right?
That's right. Yeah. I wouldn't bother going any further down than 20. It just doesn't become fun to tie on if we lose them. But sometimes we have to. I think 16 is a good place to go, and maybe even you can fish it behind another dry fly that you can see really well, like a stimulator, or something, caddis pattern on another, and just kind of fish it as a dropper in a dry setup.
Yeah, that's a good guide trick, and you lift anywhere close to the big fly, right?
I would keep it probably 16 to 20 inches behind it. and just really, really watch your cast. Don't, watch your back cast, watch it all the way through. Don't stand there and look at your target. Really focus on your casting and making sure you're stopping behind you before you start your forward cast. Make sure that loop is turning over.
Yeah, absolutely. And folks, if you have a question for Dale, if you'll send it to us on the Articulate Fly Facebook page, if we read your question on the fishing report, I'll send you some Articulate Fly swag and you'll get entered in a drawing, which is going to come up here pretty soon for a gift card from the Tuckaseegee Fly Shop. Before I let you hop, Dale, why don't you let folks know where they can find you on the internet and where the shops are located?
Absolutely. We're tuckflyshop.com. and Tuck Fly Shop on Instagram and Facebook, all that good stuff. Downtown Bryson City, downtown Silva. Give us a call, 828-488-3333, and we'll help you out the best we can.
Well, that's great. Well, folks, you certainly owe it to yourself to try to sneak out before good old St. Nick comes and see if you can catch a few. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Dale.
You too, Marvin.